Arizona Morning.
Welcome back. We have a wonderful reunion story to tell you about.
Yes, we do. And it successfully happened last night. Our next guest learns that she was adopted back in 2007. A neighbor told her at her mother's funeral, and after years of searching, she found her birth mother.
And they're both here today with us now.
Our guest this morning, this is Ellen Parker and her mother, Audrey Nichols. Good morning to you two.
Good morning.
We were just chatting a little bit that you guys finally actually met and connected together last night, but you'd been talking for a while.
Yes.
Now, I guess, take us back to how it all began.
Well, I was 47 years old. My mother that raised me, my adoptive mother, passed away in 2007. And somebody at the funeral, one of the neighbors, told us that my brother and I, that we were adopted from separate families. And honestly, I had thought that it wasn't true, but I did a little bit of research and found out, of course, that it was true. But I had very little information, so it took several years of putting together little bits and pieces of information, and then finally in 2010 I made the phone call that we connected, and we've been speaking ever since, but this is the first time that we've ever actually been together.
But how do you begin the process? What are your first couple of steps to find your mother?
Well, I had a birth certificate, and back in 1960 when I was born, they called it an original birth certificate, but I had my adoptive parents' names on it, and contacted the state of Dallas, or state of Texas, Dallas, Texas, and they wouldn't give me an original birth certificate because it was a closed adoption. So it was a series of a long series of events that that made me finally able to find her.
And Audrey, you said that when you gave birth to her, you didn't know at the time. You said you were living where, and they didn't even tell you that you even had a son or a daughter. You didn't know her gender.
Well, pardon me. I had been in an abortion since I was 5. I mean, I've been in
an orphanage, you said, yeah?
Excuse me. I'm getting over a cold. And so I, you know, when I got out and then I had to have her adopted, they promised me they'd give her a good home, and they did. She had a very happy home. But they wouldn't tell me. They wouldn't let me hold her or tell me what gender she was. So I just wondered all those years until I got that call that day, and I was like shocked.
It's kind of like part of the adoption process, isn't it, where they want to isolate you from your child so the other parents get the adoption period to raise her.
You're right.
I understand what they're thinking anyway.
You know.
So, how's it been now that you're together?
It's awesome. It actually feels like I've been with her my whole life.
Yeah.
And she's got 2 wonderful children. They are so great. 3, actually. I didn't meet the other one yet. And but the 2 I met they're so sweet. Michael's like 6'3", that's one of her sons.
Did you always feel in your heart your mother was out there and you?
No, actually. I mean, I spent my entire life till I was 47 years old not having a clue that I was adopted.
So how did you emotionally react when you did find out?
You know, honestly, like I already had children at the time, and I felt like I had a good life. And I think that she did the right thing by me. I mean, I would have liked to have known sooner, but it didn't change the person that I think I am.
Oh, well, now you just have so much to look forward to, building this relationship. Yes,
oh, wonderful.
Of course. Really quick though, where do you live?
West Palm Beach,
Florida. Okay, and you're here in the valley.
Yes.
Okay, so there'll have to be some traveling, I would imagine, back and forth,
I'm
seeing
hoping
each other.
to get her to maybe move here.
Yeah, there's a lot
better.
There's a lot of alligators over there in Florida.
Yeah,
and hurricanes.
And hurricanes. and pythons.
And it's humid.
Yeah.
The dry is better for me.
Even when we have a little bit of humidity here, it's nowhere near the humidity you have in Florida.
Well, you guys,
great to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
God bless both of you.
Awesome.
All right,
too.
you take care.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Beth is up next.